Hello bandits. Courtesy of the folks at Frontier Developments, I'm swinging by once more, taking another look at the Jurassic World park builder which spares no expense over the islands of the 5 deaths with the Nintendo Switch release of Jurassic World Evolution. If you haven't played Jurassic World Evolution previously, this one covers your creation of a Jurassic franchise with a good amount of playtime in the base game alone. You'll be digging for new dino species, researching new buildings, add-ons and upgrades, creating enclosures with a mix of different dino types, and essentially making your park the best it can be. The complete edition here on Nintendo Switch comes with every DLC release since 2018, including smaller dino packs as well as the big DLC drops with Secrets of Dr. Wu, Claire's Sanctuary and 93's Return to Jurassic Park. In fact, outside the fact that all of the content is bundled together here on Switch, it manages to retain the same functionality as Xbox, PlayStation and PC, with some sacrifices on visuals. Jurassic World Evolution is rated by PEGI at 16 and above and by the ESRB as T for Teen. The parent's eye view here is pretty much exactly the same as previously, and we've got the same content and warnings as last time. There is violence within the title, but no graphic blood, and the only attacks will be dino to dino, or possibly goat. It's one that I am quite happy to let the micro bandits have a play around with, especially with the fact that you as a player can hurt neither dinosaurs nor guests. In terms of accessibility, it's getting one of the lower ratings of moderate. There are a good number of difficulty options here, and while there's a lot of playtime that can be put in, you don't have to dedicate your life to this one to enjoy it. And with that stacked up, onto the rundown. Visuals, good. Now this is where the title does separate itself from Xbox and PlayStation versions, and it's important to remember that this rating is based solely on the Switch platform rather than comparing the platforms themselves. With the portable nature of the Switch, there are some visual limitations which should be expected. I've had very minimal frame rate issues, and most of the time the performance has been nice and smooth. The only negatives here being pop-up of detail while zoomed out, and a blur on the visuals outside the menus when playing in handheld mode. Overall, I've actually not been too disappointed, and while the visuals aren't going to be a match for the other consoles on the current generation, it's certainly very playable here on Switch. Audio, great. The audio design is wonderful and well implemented even here on Nintendo's platform. As ever with handheld mode, you'll not get the booming sounds of your TV, but overall, the original cast and great soundtrack and effects will likely please Switch players. Narrative, great. With all content bundled together, there are some great story elements when playing through the base game and DLCs together. Original casts come together for the most part to provide some really good Jurassic stories. Replay, great. Again, having all the DLC bundled here really provides some outstanding playtime. Over on Xbox, I've managed to get a few hundred hours out of Jurassic World Evolution, and if you're coming new to it on Switch or hopping over from another platform, you'll find plenty to be getting on with. Overall, the Pixel Bandits' life finds a way. Level for Jurassic World Evolution on Nintendo Switch is grab it. The various different DLC packs coming together make this a really strong contender, especially if you don't have another platform to play on. The limitations of the Switch console do mean a compromise when it comes to visuals, but overall they haven't seriously impacted my gameplay, and in docked mode when you're down and close with the dinos, it really does stand up pretty well. If you have Xbox or PlayStation, then you may want to look at picking it up there if you really value higher end graphics. But if you only have a Switch, or if you're looking at portability, you should get a good few hours out of it. And that's all I've got for you today. Don't forget to check out the extended review at pixelbandits.org and keep your eyes out for more news, reviews and live streams coming soon. If you can spare enough for a coffee, every donation helps us keep Pixel Bandits ad-free and independent, and either way we'll see you again very soon, so don't wander too far.